Hi there, this is Aaron. This is Call to Cinema. Hopefully, you can hear me okay. Let me know because right now, what we're doing is I'm actually trying a different format tonight for this here video. I've done one on Ecamm Live. I have done one on my regular, based on OBS Studio. And tonight, we are using EV because I know there's a lot of people out there that are going on and they're going to be going into different, maybe starting a channel, maybe getting into a laptop, and they want to try and see exactly which one works best for them. So what I'm doing is I'm not only just doing a regular like chat video, which I normally do anyway, but I am trying out all the different ones here to see exactly which one works best for not just for me, but hopefully I can find out during doing these videos, talking movies and stuff like that, which one works best for you. Now, yesterday we had an issue trying to actually show up a, share screen on when we used OBS Studio. With Ecamm Live, it became more of an issue of like, can you actually? Hey there, William. Hey there, Dave. Can, let me guys know. Let me know, guys, if you can hear me. Okay. Do not have my microphone plugged in. I'm just using the microphone off the computer right now, but I can plug in the mic. It'll only take me a second to do so. If it's a little bit lower, or if you can't hear me so well, so let me know, and I'll actually I can adjust accordingly if that is the case. You can hear me? Perfect. So what we're going to do right now is I'm just going to put it up here on the screen so I can see your guys' messages just in case we go to share. I've brought up like Severin and Vinegar Syndrome. I'm going to bring them up in the share screen so we can actually see that. This is the hopefully the cool part. But last night we couldn't look at any of the websites. We couldn't check out any of the stuff, and I wanted to be able to do that. So that was my next step. One thing I can say, I do like the way that they let you put your information down here, but I'm still not sold on EVMux yet. But you guys can let me know. Like, do you prefer like StreamYard? Are you liking what we're doing right here? We'll go. I'm going to go through all the different ones so that like if anybody out there is thinking about it, uh, I can actually hopefully help you guys out when it comes to deciding which streaming service you use as well. Hard to Kill and now Mark. Hard to Kill is my favorite. Like for me, like Hard to Kill is like that's the one you can't beat. I'm going to go in here now, and you may hear a bit of an echo initially because I'm going to bring it up on the web page here because I want to be able to hear how I sound for a second before I go to hear how I sound for a second before I go. Okay, so wow, I do sound okay. Hey there, AJ, welcome. So for the tech people that said that there was an issue with the Mac microphone, I guess we can prove that one wrong too at the gate. So what I use, by the way, because I am using a MacBook Air M2 configuration for me, for those that don't know, it's a 16 gigabyte unified memory. I did only go with the 8 core, but I did go with 1 terabyte of storage because because I do need that. That is a good point, actually. I actually didn't notice that, Dave, and I had brought it up on the screen. So I am losing about 25% of like screen real estate here. So that's something to look into. Not quite sure if this goes on for for the other version as well, but that's something very important to see. So far, William, the computer's working fantastic. I've been running it through different tests, like basic stuff. I did a hour and a half long live video last night. I wanted to see if it was going to get hot, it's going to anything. But although it got a tiny bit warm, nothing along the lines of what my iPhone gets. So I am using a J5 Create hub. This is a 9-in-1. So basically, this is I just plug this in to my C, to one of the C's, and basically it's pretty cool. Actually, we have a HDMI port on here, and we have 3 USB ports, including like a kind of a charging USB port. We have an Ethernet on here. We have a USB-C right here, and we have the two different like SD card drives on here as well. It's just a regular plug-in one. Getting the odds that are good to know. Like anything, like if like you have any issues with that, like please let me know, because this is, as I'm going through these different ones. For me right now, it's like exploring these here with you, so that if you guys decide, okay, I want to plunk my money down on either StreamYard or an EVMux or an EECam Live, or I'm going to use OBS, I want you guys to know exactly how it goes through and how it works. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to do a screen share on here, so it should by rights come up pretty easily. So you have this, you don't can't choose by that, you have to choose by so I'm going to bring up Vinegar Syndrome. And I have to bring it in. So we can see Vinegar Syndrome has come on the left-hand side of the screen. But the interesting thing to see is that I want to be able to see how well it is for me utilizing, and if there's any like break or stutter or when I try to move Vinegar Syndrome. So I'm going to take my here, and we're gonna scroll down. Going to use gesture to scroll through Vinegar Syndrome. So scrolling looks to be going pretty good so far. Now we'll go over to the Forgotten Jelly box set, for instance. We'll choose that one. Just going to open it up and make sure that it works okay. But again, we are losing a lot of real estate here on the side. The EVMux thing is pretty much taking up a whole portion of the of the screen real estate. I am very interested in this Forgotten Jelly box, by the way. Hey there, Anton. Welcome, man. Can I increase the screen? Well, let's try right now. I'm going to try something here for you. So it looks like I can increase the size of the screen right here on this side. And I'm not quite sure if I can do it on the other side or not. Let's just... That volume 5 still looks incredible. So let's play around with a couple of different things here. And see which of these can be used. Obviously, this is a picture-in-picture mode. I can go here. I can go here. We can do it here like that, or we can have it here. Now, I'm not quite sure why I can't switch around which is. I'm going to try to see if I can switch around the picture. We can switch it around, but as you see right there, we still have the picture there. So since I don't need a lot of me on the screen right now, we'll actually switch them around. So we've got the Vinegar Syndrome up here now. We're looking at the Forgotten Jelly box set. There are some nice things on here, and again, playing around this, maybe there's features that I don't know, that I won't see from here. But let's talk movies right now. You guys don't want to be talking all this tech stuff all the time, but I do want to be able to bring some of this stuff to you, because as a creator that's been doing this for around 10 years, and as I'm moving and changing different styles, different things that I do, I know a lot of you people are either have channels yourselves, or you're working on getting channels, podcasts, that type of thing. So every once in a while, I want to be able to do this for you guys and bring in and kind of pull back the curtain and talk to you guys about the different options that are right there. And let's just see. We can actually, much like StreamYard, put it on the screen, which is actually really good. We now have a full screen for this, so it's no longer got the black borders around it. So that's always a good plus. I'm going to now plug in my J5 crate, and I'm going to plug in my my microphone, and I'm gonna see if I can switch the audio like in the middle of a video. And I want to hear your thoughts on whether you think the audio is better like this or when I put in this microphone. So we're gonna just take this J5 crate. We're gonna put in the audio right here. I'm gonna go into the settings, and we are going to change the microphone to the Blue Snowball. So now the microphone has been changed to the Blue Snowball mic, and I'd like to know your opinion on whether you think the Blue Snowball mic works better, sound wise, than the computer mic does, or whether you prefer the computer mic itself. I do have the Reboot box set there, Alan. Actually, I'm not quite sure if I got that one, but I do have a version of the Reboot box set. So it does look like we got like echo cancellation, noise suppression is here, stereo audio output. So if anybody can let me know which, if they can hear, one, if they can hear me, and two, if this sounds better or worse than the microphone that I was using, like with the computer, because it is easy to change it back. So I want to get into the movie portion of this, but before I do that, the question I have to ask you now is, which audio do you prefer? They both sound the same. Okay, that's never a bad thing, but that's good because that means if there's like, this just needs a bit more volume. So let's just see what we got here. So which one would you say had the stronger volume? I'm actually going to turn on my thing here for a second. So which one would you say had the stronger volume? I'm actually going to turn. Okay, so you might have to turn up a bit more with the blue, with the Snowball Blue, as opposed to the mic that I'm using normally. Anyway, so I'm just going to keep this one on for right now. I may switch back, but let's talk about what's coming out here. And I want to check one other thing here. So basically, if I got Severin here. I got a screen share by tab. So if I choose the screen share Chrome tab, and I want to bring up the Severin one, then the bit of the annoyance here is I can't just choose to put out the entire screen here. I have to go ahead and say, okay, well, here's the Severin one, here's the thing. So where it is with StreamYard? Thank you. Like, that's what I need to know. A less tenure. That's good. Where it is with StreamYard, I can actually kind of go take the entire page. With EVMux here, it looks like when you're doing this, that when you're doing the share, you have to share by tab. When it says the share by window, for instance, it doesn't give me the option to. Oh, maybe it does. Let's just try right here. Let's try sharing by window. And see how that goes. It's not showing up. Because what should have happened right now is that I chose to do it like a share screen. I chose the share window. So I'm going to choose share. As you can see, like literally nothing is here. Playing around just to see, and we're not getting any we're not getting anything when you share screen. So when you do go to here, where it should be able to share the entire screen, what we're getting instead is share the window. Is you can share the Chrome tab, but you can't share the screen itself. So if I was to bring in the tab again, Then it automatically comes in here. And let's see if I can share. Is there a possibility to share more than one tab? I'm going to try the command key and just see if that's possible. Hey there, Maddie. Welcome, man. So we can share that now. So I guess we'll look at the some vinegar syndrome stuff. I've been wanting to check out some stuff that's been there. And oh, here's a good question. Let's just say I want to change it. Let's say I change it to Severin Films. Let's see what happens. Well, it switched for me on here. Well, you guys will be able to see. Okay, perfect. So that's the way. Only way we're going to be able to do it is to do it like that. So we can still look at the different options. We just have to be careful and which way we go. So let's go back to Vinegar Syndrome because let's look at this month in Vincent. We looked at it a little bit earlier, but thank you, Basement Blues. This is all a bit of a learning process right now for me because I'm going through some different stuff. I came down here to do some editing tonight to like work on a video, like kind of an update video, but a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so that kind of got like kind of just waylaid a bit. Now, hopefully on Tuesday, I should be traveling on the ferry across to Newfoundland. So you will eventually get to see me at my dad's. You're going to see me in Cornbrook. You're going to see me in St. John's, and I'll be looking at doing some videos there. We're going through my dad's collection again. It's in a new area now because he now has like a movie room of his own, like a full-fledged movie room with posters and movies and figures and a TV and stuff. So we're going to look at that. We're going to be able to see that area. I'm going to be talking to my dad about like some things, whether we're talking about Hammer Films or some of the more recent Vinegar Syndrome stuff, some of the recent like labels. I want to get his thoughts and opinions on a lot of that stuff. Next week sometime, I'm actually going to be taping with Master Chaos for an updated and a brand new like What Scares You and a brand new Saturday Morning Memories. So I'm going to get Master Chaos in for a couple of those. So there is some interesting stuff here. I'm gonna say for the month of August, it's a bit of a mixed bag. Like I love the Forgotten Jelly one. Zero interest in Hot Snake or Guns and Guts. Like I'm just I love like the spaghetti westerns, but this isn't my style. When I say I want to see a western come into like Vinegar Syndrome, and I do. I mean, but I want to see a Sartana style Western or something along that lines. Not so much, a Rene Cardona Jr. Western. Kind of not my bag. Birds 2 it's interesting. I mean, in the fact that it's Birds 2. Like, obviously, we know it's not a good movie. This is, like Severin has Birdemic, Vinegar Syndrome has Birds 2. Neither one of these are like ones where I'm going to say, yeah, are they interesting? Yes. Would I buy them? Uh, Eventually, yes. Would I pay full price for like a Birds 2, Land's End, or even for Birdemic? No. There's a reason I waited till Severin had a sale and I bought Birdemic for $1 when it went on like a mega sale. It will be the same thing for Birds 2. Like I got to give my honest opinion. This is one there that I guess will in a new one. I'd buy that for $1 section. No interest at all in this one. Forgotten Jelly, yes. Kerbal Melting Man. Like I have a Blu-ray of it. Would I upgrade to a 4K for Kerbal Melting Man? Probably not. I mean, like when I'm upgrading to 4K, it has to be a movie. If I've already got the movie, then it has to be something that really kind of tremendously interests me. Like I looked at the Child's Play movies, and I got Child's Play already on Blu-ray from Scream Factory, and I got Child's Play on Blu-ray from Umbrella Entertainment. So it came to like, do I want to get the 4K of Child's Play? And Mid-Level Media put out a really nice video, like unboxing of the first 3 Child's Play films on 4K. I was a bit disappointed to see that they just went with the Randers slipcase as opposed to what they've been doing with the with the newer stuff for there. So see, when I thought they were putting a Child's Play, I thought we were going to get this. So hold on. I was expecting something along the lines of this here, like a nice slip it out. It's a nice hard box, right? So that's what I was expecting with the Child's Play one. So I was very disappointed to find out that they just used uh, that they just use like the regular like standards vinegar like Scream Factory Chef Factory slip covers, kind of the. So that was a bit of a disappointment. They have spoiled us with those Halloween sets. Um, that being said, I did love the look of the of when you open it up and you see like rather than just being like artwork that you see are on the outside, it's got some nice like still pictures on the 4K and on the Blu-rays, and I really like that. I really like the idea of them putting like still pictures as opposed to going out there and and putting like just the regular like when you get like a regular edition of a movie the and the discs on the inside are basically the cover and the alternate artwork. Um, like here, for instance, like this here, when you open it up, it's the original artwork for the Blu-ray, and it's the alternate artwork there for the 4K Ultra HD. Now, one thing I really liked about the Child's Play sets is that it doesn't go this route. Is you actually see scenes from the films, whether it's like a scene, like just a screenshot from the film itself, or whether maybe it's a behind the scenes shot. Like each one of those pictures on that disc they feel a bit more special. There is a bit of a like even though it doesn't have a hard box, there's a bit of a special feeling to it. Elvira did get the random get one of those hard cases, so that was actually kind of cool to see that happen. So for me, it has to be film that I'm really kind of invested in. Like if I don't already own it, then I'll probably go for the 4K if the pricing is right anyway, because well, obviously it's 4K, and if I can get a film in 4K that I don't have in 4K, then that adds to my collection. If there's a film that's out there, for instance, like maybe like the Incredible Melting Man, I'm I it's one that when I bought the Blu-ray, I had to really think about it. Like, do I want the Incredible Melting Man on Blu-ray? Do I need it? Creepshow was the first one to get hard case. Was it creepy? I'm not quite sure, but if it wasn't, like alongside of like maybe like Nightbreed. Hey, Dustin, welcome, man. Uh, so for me, when it comes to this, you really got to think about it. It's like when you're curating your library to a new format, then it again has to be one. So if you don't have Incredible Melting Man, it's fantastic. Get it on 4K. If you've already got it, is this a movie that's really going to benefit from 4K? If you really like it, like that's the thing. Like I would probably pick up, even though I have two different versions of Child's Play. Like I would eventually pick up Child's Play on 4K if it was on sale because it's Child's Play. Child's Play 2 and 3 I don't have. So for me to go out and get like those editions, I would definitely be going for the 4K for those immediately. I actually do like Child's Play 2 better than Child's Play. I'm no sacrilege probably to say that, but I like the sequel better. And part three is also a film. But I think part three actually gets better over time. It's not one of my favorites, and we will go look at Screen Factory in a second. We'll go look at their stuff. But I just wanted to do a better breakdown than I initially did for the Vinegar Syndrome stuff. So Forgotten Jelly is the must-have for August, like hands down. Um, like if you're into the kind of the really, really kind of micro budgeted like spaghetti westerny stuff. Maybe you want Hot Steak and Guns and Guts. It's not a recommendation from me, but like the oh, they have taken NBC off it. Taken like Days for Life stuff. Watch Charles Play 2 on 4K. It's fantastic. That's what I want to hear, Dustin. But yeah, my only strong recommendation is Forgotten Jally Volume 5. I could definitely recommend that one. Anything else is like truly wait for a sale, or if you're really liking Cripple Melting Man and you want to get, because there's some nice special effects in the film, but you got to like it first. It's got to be it's got to be your jam. When it comes to like you spend that extra money on like a 4K release, it's really got to be something like I have no problem at all like looking and telling somebody it's like Cloak and Dagger VSU 4K recommendation, Death Wish 2 like 4K 1,000,000% recommendation. It gets a little bit harder for me when it comes across something like Incredible Melting Man, which I do think is a good movie, but I don't know if it's a 4K worthy movie. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 in 4K, however, even though I do have a Blu-ray of that one, that's one AJ that I look forward to and that I would like to have myself eventually. So that one there I would look into. We sat down last night and we went to watch Sandman. My Both me and my better half are huge Vertigo fans and huge fans of Sandman. We've read the entire story, all the offshoots. We're huge Neil Gaiman fans in general. So we sat down, we watched all 10 episodes of The Sandman in a row. We binged the entire thing, taking only one break to go out. And like I need to get a sundae at McDonald's. I ended up getting a flurry instead, McFlurry instead. But I can say, unequivocally that Sandman is probably one of the truest and best adaptations of a comic book from the source material that I've ever seen. Um, it's I don't anybody that likes Sandman is going to go come out of that like almost emotional. And I'm not going to lie with the fact that of how well that they represented the comic. My better half was kind of worried that that the comic was going that people were going to be like where Sandman is such a trippy, uniquely weird comic. Some people are going to be like may have been put off by just in how many different directions it goes. But luckily, I haven't seen any any indication that anybody's anything but loved it. Really, Summerfest 2022. It's hard to tell. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what they have with that because we know that there's going to be new VSA. And I'll be honest with you, at this point, guys, is anybody burnt out on on the VSAs because of what was come out recently? Like maybe it's just me, but like Cyber Vengeance was a VSA and Spec No Mercy and Talons of the Eagle. I've like literally lost my love for the VSA. I don't feel like I have to collect all of them anymore. And for a while, I felt like, okay, I've got to collect all the VSAs. Like it's something that I have to do. I want to get them all. It's good. It's it's something that I started collecting, and I collected the first like I guess like 17 or 18 or so. And I'll let you know. We'll go right to. Hey there, Trash. Welcome, man. Like from Evil Town right up to Champagne and Bullets. I have like all the straightforward. I got all those like the first 12 VSAs. Bam, I'm right there. Like you got me. Like I'm got them all. Then whatever it takes. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. I'll grab that down the road. I haven't got the grave yet, so I can't really like comment on that one. But that's one that does interest me, creepy. Tiger Claws Trilogy. I grabbed that one because that definitely interested me. I had very little interest in TC 2000. I know a lot of people like this, but it just wasn't, and like on sale. This would be pretty much on sale. This would have be definitely a sale title. But when I bought Tiger Claws, even though it's super cheesy, or when I bought like Champagne and Bullets, I was iffy on that one too. But when I bought Alley Cat or Grave Secrets, House of Usher, which is not considered like one of the greatest. Um, no sale yet, Trash. So there's a sale coming up, Summerfest sale. Like I felt pretty strong. I felt fairly strongly. Okay, I get it. I like it. I like where they're going with it. Um, but as soon as they started, just come like low budget action after low budget action, or stuff like Fortress of America came out, Towns of Eagle came out, Cyber Vengeance came out, and I was like, I'm not. Yeah, I like. I got a feeling there's more Billy Blank stuff coming, and or Jalil, right? Jahil. I can't remember his name. Julio Merca. Is that it? He's Canadian like me. Julio Mirha. So like, even though like it's not, it's not for me. I know that there's a lot of people that this is going to be for. And my better half, like if these were cheaper, my better half likes these kind of like the really cheesy action films. I don't know anything about Whatever It Takes. I do like Don Dragon Wilson, so I'm hoping it's one of his better ones, not like his virtual reality one that he did. Um, but this one I will eventually get. Who doesn't like Adventures of Ford Fairlane? Unfortunately, Sean, a lot of people, but I do. I love Adventures of Ford Fairlane. So I will definitely talk about it. But like when it comes to the stuff that's going on right now, the Vinegar Syndrome sale that's coming up. We saw the Summerfest 2022. I can't say I'm excited about the VSA. I'm hoping it's a horror VSA, something different, something to go out on. We got to see some Cynthia Rothrock stuff. I still don't have the last one. My dad has it actually. Has the Righting Wrongs. And I'm hoping that we'll get to see more. Like I'm more interested, Dave, in like seeing Cynthia Rothrock stuff. Like I want to see like Lady Dragon, or I want to see maybe China O'Brien, like a double feature of those. That's where I want to see them go with the Cynthia Rothrock stuff. Obviously, they can do a lot of the Japanese Cynthia Rothrock stuff too. There's some really good stuff there. Meals on Wheels, or is it Wheels on Meals, stands out as one of the ones that I definitely would love to have on like a Blu-ray or 4K. But I'm surprised that they haven't done anything more with the kind of the what you call the lower budget, like what some people call the Skinemax type stuff. Um, the Night Eyes or the Body Chemistry or the Friend of the Family. That stuff really kind of undefeatable, yes. And we all know why we want undefeatable. Let's not let's not kid ourselves there. Uh, when somebody says undefeatable, I know exactly what they're talking about. And if you've seen the movie, you'll know exactly what they're talking about too. Uh, well, not for me, for you, the hot shirtless guys, but I'm pretty sure uh, undefeatable for another reason for me. And you know what it is. Uh, I do want to see some Shannon Tweed stuff here, but I want to see like Andrew Stevens stuff. Like basically, Andrew Stevens was the guy that put together the Night Eyes films. This is one like, and Shannon Tweed was in like a couple of those. Tanya Roberts was one of those, I think. Shannon Tweed's sister Tracy Tweed is actually one of those. Um, there's a 4 pack. There's four like Night Eyes films. It's easy. It's simple, and it seems like a given for the type of stuff that Vinegar Syndrome used to do. But it's not so much a given for what Vinegar Syndrome is doing right now. Like I say, this hub gets a little bit hot. Now that being said, it is like 30 something degrees here right now. Now let's check. Terry Copeland. The only Andrew Stevens. Do you know how many movies Andrew Stevens has made? You've probably seen more EH and just don't know it. So I was asked earlier if the computer gets hotter when you're using it for like periods of time, like streaming stuff. It definitely got like you get a little bit of heat right here. Definitely got some heat right now. I don't know. I mean, at this point, it's really hard to tell where Vinegar Syndrome is going with their with some of their titles. It's it's definitely been a confusing thing for me. They're I see them going more towards the action oriented stuff. That's where I see like Vinegar Syndrome taking their uh their stuff in the near future. But now again, with all of that being being said, I just got a message there from my better half, and with my doctor's appointment tomorrow very early in the morning, I have to bid you all adieu. We will be talking again. I'm going to try to get one more video in tomorrow before the trip, and I want to talk about I do want to have a conversation. I want to have it tonight. I want to have a conversation basically on because things are shifting more towards more towards 4K right now, and that's something to really to really look at. And people have been asking me like, okay, do you recommend I get this, or should I pick up this Vinegar Syndrome 4K, or should I pick this Shape Factory 4K? And it's an interesting topic. I think it's about time we had a conversation on it because it is for a lot of people, it's the next step in collecting. And much like when basically when when Blu-ray came around or when DVD took over from VHS, uh, it can be a confusing time for people. So we'll go through all that and we'll look at some of the new stuff that's coming out from Shout Factory because I think that Shout Factory has gotten a raw deal recently because I know they're putting out a lot of stuff that was put out previously, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I think if anything, it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see where it goes. My name is Aaron. I want to thank you for watching. If you liked, shared, subscribed, if you hit the super chatty button, like thank you so much, much appreciated. And I'll see you right here again in a brand new video. And before you know it, I'll be talking to you. Hey there, Kay, from another province as I take a short trip to go over and see my family. And if you're a Crimson Cult member, you'll see me talking live with my family on camera. And I'll be doing some other like shorter videos and pre-tape videos on my regular channel. So you'll keep an eye out for that. And I will see you guys soon right here. How to even end this on this one here in the Cult of Cinema. By the way, tonight we used EV Mux. Yesterday we used OBS Studio, and the night before that we used Ecamm Live. If you want to go back over those last 3 videos, look at them and just see like quality wise, format wise. If you're looking into things, it's a good way to decide which format is best for you. Right now, I'm still leaning towards StreamYard, but I'll keep you guys updated. See you soon.